Hey everybody, Marty Sleva here alongside Caleb Lawson.
How's it going?
Caleb, we are currently, holy crap, what's about to happen? We are watching the Assassin's Creed Unity trailer.
And I've paused it already.
We've paused it already because something very important happened within 6 seconds.
Well, and also it's important to note that this is actual gameplay footage.
Yep. So I know everyone's going to be hooting and hollering about this, but this is Ubisoft is claiming right now this is alpha game footage. So everything we're about to see is game footage. We got the traditional Ubisoft logo with now a little bit of bragging's going to come in because next gen's starting here. Evidently, we haven't had next gen yet.
Well, this Assassin's Creed game is just for next gen. PS4,
Absolutely.
Xbox One, and PC.
So that's the huge, that's the big thing. This is Ubisoft's first, confirmed next gen only game.
And you can tell that that's really what they're pushing here is the next gen look, right?
I mean, seriously, it looks incredible. And if we could scrub back to that indoor area, we have. We have this really cool sort of. It starts off in this, obviously this ballroom of a debutante's mansion, and you see the reflections on the marble on the right, and then very quickly we have this juxtaposition into the streets of Paris.
And you can see the cloth and paper physics. Looks
Yep.
like there's some realistic wind.
Yeah, there's a
The
little
reflections are incredible. The reflections on those windows.
On the
right
windows, yeah. You have the flame on the right a little bit earlier. That's just a torch flickering in the wind. And then you pointed out to me, if you look sort of at the top, you can see the architecture is like sort of classic Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's another thing that sort of points out that this is gameplay.
Yeah, this is what the city's going to look
You're seeing
like.
a gameplay space, right?
Yeah. You can imagine running along the awnings, grabbing a piece of wood, flipping around the corner.
And honestly, actually, this shot's a great example of that, too.
Yeah.
I mean, as we kind of come around the corner, you can see all the different paths to climb and run and jump.
Absolutely.
The other thing that's important to note is kind of the size of scale here.
Yes.
We'll pause against Notre Dame there so you can sort of see that in there in the corner. That's the assassin character. That's the player character.
Yep. And then I mean, honestly, rounding the corner, it's easy to miss the character. It could be because you're in this such a massive and grand space, and it's really it feels like a departure from the past two games, from AC3 and from Black Flag, just because being set when they were set in sort of the new world. Black Flag especially, they had very low architecture.
And the games were never really built to scale.
Yeah, absolutely.
They never actually built the giant buildings to scale.
Yeah.
This looks like a much more realistic scale between kind of human size.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The
true
tower
size.
It just towers over him.
So here's our first look at the new hero.
Yeah, we have no idea what his name is. We assume it's a man. It looks like a man.
What's that in his hand?
So that's the big thing right now. The only detail we have about him is that it's a pocket watch, you think?
Looks
or maybe like
if you go frame by frame, looks like he's closing something.
a little amulet, maybe a picture of someone in his life. And so, yeah, he's closing it.
Well, we are hearing the bells in the background.
Yes, so throughout the trailer you could hear there's 8 bells. So I don't know if that's supposed to signify that this is 8 a.m. by the end of the trailer.
Looks like, they're arriving at a certain time, probably for an execution.
Sure, a public execution of. So you have the guillotine set up outside of the cathedral, and then I mean, just taking a look at the crowd too is pretty staggering.
And if you go back and kind of look at the movement, it looks like they're all kind of moving individually.
Yeah, which is wild. And then I mean, looking at what the character has on his persons, we notice we can't really see the hidden blades too well. If they are there, like his only weapons that are really visible are the sword at his side and then the gun in his back pouch. We don't see there's no like traditional assassin's emblem, but obviously the overall kind of tone of his get up is very very similar to the rest of them. The color palette's a little bit darker than everyone else though. And then that's
back to the guillotine.
The 8th chime. And then it cuts through, and you can see even in the Assassin's Creed Unity logo, it looks like that infamous emblem has been sliced through. And so and then Ubisoft gives us a taste of Holiday 2014, which traditionally the Assassin's Creed games have come out last week of October.
Yep.
So that's something that we could probably look forward to. And again, PS4, Xbox One, PC. So as of right now, some of the rumors pointed to maybe a second game that's going to be current gen, but Ubisoft hasn't mentioned anything on that. So as of now, officially, Assassin's Creed only exists on PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
I'm excited for it.
I am super stoked. I cannot wait to see more. So for everything else Assassin's Creed Unity leading up to the launch, you know where to keep it. IGN.